unmute my mic here. Hello, and welcome to the Noobs R Us DisadVantage Race 3 finale. Today we have Imola Nighttime Racing randomly selected. These drivers didn't know that they were getting this track until just a few minutes prior to this. Yeah, Tony, if you want to hop on in. We got a first-time chatter, Brutalizer, go Preston. Preston saw in the driver's brief, looks like he's just up logging into the server now. Let's take a look at the standings. This has been a 3-race series. Pull up my cheat sheet here. I did this last time and still didn't bring up the cheat sheet just so I could see. So in first place, we have Tarlay, who's pulled out a first place finish both races, race 1 and race 2. In second place, we have Adam Turai and Devin Anthony in third place, tied for points at 77 points. Behind them, we have Nico Menendez, who said that he wasn't going to race tonight, but he's in chat. Can you believe it? I'm going to be trying to guilt trip him all night, at least into the free practice. He's got 6 minutes to change his mind, to hop in a server, compete for a podium position. Here's Tony Danzig.
If he was a man, he'd jump in. But I heard Nico he's scared mostly. That was the rumor going around, at least.
These V12s, quite a bit different to drive, and that's it's fine if Nico doesn't want to drive. He doesn't have to, but we're still going to give him a hard time about it.
Absolutely.
Behind Nico, Joe Allenson, 2 points behind Nico in that 5th place. So we may have some podium positions up for grabs. Definitely Adam Turai and Devin Anthony going to be trying to get around Tarley there for that final spot. These V12s do end up screaming around this track. I was so excited to hear that we got Imola tonight. This is going to be, these curves are going to make it interesting with these one set of tires.
Dang it. I got to spell that right.
Oh, let me share my screen for you, Tony.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice of you.
Let me just share this. Yeah, we saw last week with Jeremy and I streaming, not many people going out for practice. These drivers only getting one set of tires. So we really didn't see a whole lot of people out for the practice part. What you see here, you've got Chris Capps out for practice now. He's going to have the same tires through practice, through qual, and then for the entire race. So we'll see if that plays in a factor for him at all.
I was fortunate enough to do the first race of this series, and I 1000% did not pay attention to the driver's briefings when they told me it was only going to be one set of tires. And because of that, I burned through my tires pretty fast.
Well, we seen you doing some donuts in pit lane there.
Yeah, that might have been my fault. My pit crew wasn't telling me right, so they didn't say, "Tony, watch what you're doing. You're a madman."
Switch
right,
over
to
to
everything moved over here so I can
switch over to Chappelle real quick as we see him putting down some practice laps. While we're watching Chappelle and coming to the near end of practice here, be a good time to shameless plug and thank all of our Patreons for doing their thing over there. And if you're subscribed to the stream, we really appreciate it. As Jeremy says, basically the stuff that we get from Patreon and from Twitch, basically we break even on server costs and all that. So we really appreciate everybody in the community. We really appreciate all these drivers for coming out for the finale race. Nico, we usually have a couple, we have a lot of signups, and then they kind of tend to fall off at the end of the season. So I'm really excited to see that we've kept really the majority of drivers throughout this entire season here. We've got... Oh, go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
I was just gonna chime in there and say, yeah, this is a fun one-off series. I was really looking forward to be a part of it, but I get off work and I get home right as the race is starting, and some days I don't make it, some days I do. So I was like, I was able to do the first race, and that was about it.
Yeah. It's tough for us to... Well, you're on with daylight savings time. You're on the West Coast time, so it can be...
Bro, I'm in Arizona. We don't observe
okay.
daylight savings time. That stuff's made up fictional crap.
I know. Luckily for me,
same time all the time.
Luckily for me, I sometimes work from home, so I can usually make like the Tuesdays work. But with it being 5:30 on the Pacific, on the West Coast, it always makes playing online with the buddies a little bit more difficult.
That it does. That it does, Ken.
Yeah. If you guys are looking for more of our streams to watch Saturday, Tony and I are going to be in the booth. Tony's going to be broadcasting that one for 3 hours at Spa with
yes,
ORL.
Sir. I still have yet to get all of the login information for the server, but I am ready to go. I love Spa. I'm excited to see what the drivers can do, what they can put down, and I like to see the competition over 3 hours, because last week was 2 hours. I feel like 2 to 3 hours is very easily done by one person if you want. But I know we're splitting the drivers up, so it'll be interesting to see. Some of these newer drivers, I want to see them on track, and I want to see them competing with the endurance type with the pit stop in there and mixing everything up. Because with 3 hours, that's more than just 2 pit stops right there. So
yeah, we're gonna see some more. It's gonna be cool because when you add that extra hour, it really kind of throws in a little bit. Do you have your AM driver go out first, or do you have your faster driver go out first? Seeing also in chat as we're wrapping up practice here, going into qualifying, our first time chatter, Norin stuff, maybe probably butchering that. It's gonna be too late to hop on for this race because the SimGrid, the entry list is closed already. But on top of our Enduro series, it's gonna be happening. So we have an Enduro race this weekend, Saturday, Spa. People are still looking for teammates. We have a channel in the Discord for people who are still looking for teammates. That race happens every other week. And then also August 12th, Season 9 of our Rookie Series is firing up. Tony, do you want to talk about the Rookie Series real quick?
Yeah, give me just a second here. My wife is requiring my attention.
All good. The Rookie Series, if you're a newer driver, if you're a little bit more experienced, the Rookie Series is basically broken into a couple different splits. We have red plates, which you see on track now. The red plates are going to be the rookies.
Amateurs.
The red plates don't...
Sorry, I was just going to say, red plates, that doesn't automatically mean amateur. I apologize there. Rookie is just beginner-esque class. If you're new to the series, not sure where you belong, you can get into the rookies. If you think you're a little bit better, we have that next class. We have the pro-ams, which are your professional amateurs. And then above them, we have our pro class. So you can realistically jump in where you think you fit. And at the beginning of the series, a couple races through, will move you to eventually where we feel like you fit within that position. But it's a great place, a great first race for rookies to start in, for experienced drivers to put in, and some of the aliens as well, because we do have alien drivers in the pros that put down a lot of crazy fast lap times. But it's a good place, especially in the rookie series. You start, if you want to, you can start building your name in the community. You'll just start noticing other drivers on track. You'll see them in chat. You can jump into chat and talk to them. If you need help, you can get that help provided by them. Most everybody's willing to offer some advice or just help you get faster in general, because we all want to see it here at Noobs R Us. But the rookies race, it's a great Tuesday race. it goes on for, is it 6 weeks?
Yep.
All right, it's a 6-week series every week. 2 30-minute races. The first 2 races are back-to-back 30-minute races, so that way it gives you time if you don't have. If you're gonna do a race and maybe you don't have the best first lap, you get spun out a little bit. There's that second race to help, even the points out there and try to get you a better position if that's what you're in search for. But then the third race and the last race of the series is a mix. So typically we'll run the rookies by themselves in their own lobby. There's typically a lot more of the rookies than there are of the pro-ams and professionals grouped together. And then on the third and sixth race, we run them all together. So we put everybody on track together. Last season, we had upwards of like 50 drivers on track with on the both tracks that we had, which was a ton of fun. And I'm really hoping to have a lot more this season around as well.
Yeah, with so I think you tapped on it before where the rookies, they get their own split. So 2 races, which is really nice. And then the pro-ams and the pros, they're in their own split. And then the combined server is really cool because it really gives people that that feeling of racing around faster drivers and the faster guys being around some slower guys. So it's nice to build the patience, and it's all optimum conditions. We do get a little later times of the day on the last 3 races, but it's still there's no weather, there's no I think we do a little temperature change, but nothing too crazy. Austin Gerber putting down the first Val lap of the session at a 45.8 and right back to the pits. Let's grab qualifying best. Caps at a 145.8. See him going off track, probably returning to garage. It's been interesting to see how the strategies kind of evolved for these guys as they've as the series progressed. We see yellow flag, Devin getting around the
one tire rule is very interesting because that changes a lot of everything.
Yeah.
Because say you're up in the front and you're just hauling biscuits, you want to keep that momentum up, but do you really want to keep it up that hard? Because you're just going to be burning through your tires and you're not going to have very much left.
Yeah.
How long is tonight's race?
I believe this race is an hour long tonight.
Okay.
We've seen a Tarlay. Jeremy does really well with the name. I don't.
Tarlay?
We've seen Aditya Tarlay currently in the 42 car. He's been qualifying until he gets first place. So he's staying out there putting 3-4 laps down during qual to make sure that he gets good lap time. We see Swansea off track. He's getting his stuff together. So Tarley is staying out longer, trying to get a good lap time, and it's worked out for him so far. He's really carried a lot of pace through that V12. But some of these drivers, we see Gerber, putting down that lap, Caps putting down that lap, and then they just go right back to pit. Getting a little slidey for Two Ride, getting through that chicane there. First time chatter as well. Shoot to Thrill, welcome to the stream. Noobs RS, if you have any questions or want to see
if
you're here.
Off the tack there. Yeah.
It's so awesome to listen to these cars bounce off like the traction control when it's kicking in. You can just hear it. It sounds almost like a crazy 2-step.
Game I've been diving into a lot lately, and I just am absolutely in love with the sound of the cars in that game. Freaking LMU, Le Mans Ultimate. They did a really good job on the car sounds. I was watching a YouTube video today on side-by-side comparisons from the real world to the in-game, like in the car sound, and they were pretty much spot on. I was impressed. I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the sounds for me, it's always like, that's why I'm a sucker for the Lambo and the Audi. I love just like racing in general, but if you can add that little X factor of just listening to a V10 just scream, I'm all about it.
Yeah, the Lamborghini. is the one I've been driving in LMU a lot. I'm in love with that car in that game.
Two-Ray currently in the pole position with the 44.7.
Who's Two-Ray trying to impress out here?
And
hey,
then,
but Devin Anthony right behind him though with the 44.9, only 2/10 back, only a 1/10.5 actually. That's pretty smokingly close.
We see a couple drivers right now. Chappelle, 7/10, 6/10 up on his time right now.
I'm going to agree with you, Nico. I think there should be a Noobs R Us LMU series. The people beg. We're begging for it.
Chappelle, a second up on his time, going off track there. And then Joe, 7/10 up on his time.
I would think Jeremy's going to listen in sometime during the stream or watch it back.
Yeah.
If we can keep begging him for it, maybe we'll get some LMU Noobs R Us. Because you can host races just like you can in ACC, so it'd be the same thing.
Well, the nice thing about the thing that was really cool about Noobs, and I'm still a relatively new member, is we were, there's a lot of drivers that showed interest in doing an Enduro series, and we're kind of looking to other leagues to do an Enduro series, and we partner with ORL, and we're doing one now, so.
Yeah, that's super cool. I think that, like, the ACC community in whole is smaller as far as communities go. So a lot of people in one group might know the other group. So the fact that we're mixing two groups together, I think, is really bringing a lot more people to each other's organizations. And not only that, it's just great to have other people to help out with the race. They're running the back end while we're running the front end, or vice versa. But exposure for all the drivers to get out there too, put down fast laps, get themselves known.
Tarley keeping that one valid. He's 6/10 up on his time right now, 7/10 coming through the last corner. This will put him up at a low 145.
We got Chase in the chat. What up, Chase?
Up in the fourth position for Tarley. Won't be surprised if we see him put down maybe another couple laps. And Joe Allenson as well, putting down a 44.8, which is just a 10th behind Two-Ray. And Shoot to Thrill, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate it. Appreciate the follow. Like we said, different
emo love.
different series coming up. Shoot the Thrill. Saturday is doing our Enduro series. People are looking for teammates still. Check that out. I'm sure the Stream Elements will drop a SimGrid link.
Let's go. Are you talking about for the ORL race?
Yeah, for the ORL race. And also, sorry, August 12th, Season 9 Rookie Series.
I really want to do that. I want to do that series really bad. I just like endurance racing now. That's where I've moved from sprint racing. And I just keep going back to doing the 24-hour with only 3 of us. That was such a fun time. I mean, there was, at any given time, we were doing 3-hour stints. But by the time the 3 hours came around, it felt like we were like, all right, well, I can keep going if you want me to. And it's like, no, get off. I want to drive now.
Chappelle getting that pole position with a 44.3, moved up quite a few positions on that last. I think he's maybe a full second up on his time. Tarley, half a second up on his time coming into the last corner. This is going to put him at a 44.9, which may only move him up maybe one spot. It may not move him up at all.
0.6.
Yeah,
I needed that 6/10 in order to get up.
Yeah, 300s behind Devin Anthony. We may see him finally go back to pit. Wow, this may be a race where we see Tarley struggle just a little bit. 2 first place positions for Tarley, qualifying in that 5th position now behind Devin Anthony. Guess I should change drivers here unless you guys want to stare at the pits forever. Casey Swansinger in the purple Aston, 5/10 up on his time.
The heart.
We have a couple drivers that haven't made a valid qualifying lap yet. That's no problem. We're not going to they're not going to have to start from the pits or anything. As long as these drivers can put down a good, honest effort, then they're allowed to start from the grid.
Start from the back of the pack. Baby, come back.
Super excited that we saw that this race was. I was excited that it was when Carl, who's our event manager, shout out Carl, said it was going to be Imola. I was like, oh man, like it's so awesome being able to like stream the races, but Imola is such a good track. And then a night race, it's chef's kiss. It's going to be a great race. Great race tonight. Can't wait. AC almost a full second up on his time now. This will move him up 2 positions if he can maintain. Coming around the last corner now.
Maintain, Casey, maintain. Oh.
About a second gained for Casey Swansinger, moving him up into that 10th spot. See Nick Woods 9/10 up on his time as well. We've got about a minute and a half left of qual. We'll probably we'll watch Nick come across the line here, see if he keep his lap valid. We'll go to an ad break real fast so we get that out of the way. And then we'll do our grid walk, introduce our drivers, and get this sucker rolling. Off track for Nick Woods, unfortunate.
Yeah, rolling.
That said, we'll get this ad rolling so we get this out of the way.
Right. Everyone's like, shut up, Tony.
Grab a drink real fast.
Running that ad right now. With those that are still here with us, I appreciate you guys being subscribed to the channel so we don't have to see that ad. Ads, I don't think there's anybody in the world nowadays that really likes them or enjoys them. I know I sure don't. I like some racing. That's what I like to see. We got 35 seconds left. Nobody is out on track. They're just going to be waiting for the timer to end to move on in. Mostly because they only have 1 tire to go. Pork chops! What up, buddy?
Go Ilpo.
Oh, we love you too. Yeah, go Ilpo. He's not here, but
I tagged you, pork chops. I thought we were gonna see you on grid tonight.
No, Ilpo's not there.
Yeah, Ilpo's not out tonight. Oh, you are on grid. Oh well. Dang. Oh yeah,
Prent. I don't remember.
That's a Prenty.
Preston.
Yeah, Prenty. That's right. Yeah. Hey, glad to have you here, man.
Let's go, number 35.
We'll get this set up so I can do a grid walkthrough. I'm gonna have to do it the old school way because I don't have access to the cool kid stuff.
Oh, you don't have ACC TV, Mr. Cool Guy?
No.
That stinks to be you. My relatives going to be working now? I think my relatives might be working.
Yeah, it's going to be night. Last week, I had just like everybody was showing me like a constant yellow flag. If I do the camera, will you be able to call everybody out on the grid walk, Tony?
I mean, I can just read names and go that way, and you can just change the camera every second when I'm about to say a name.
Totally.
Oh, you're going to do it that way? Okay.
Yeah, I've got to do it this way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grid here tonight. We got starting in first place, Mr. Anthony Victor Cheppel. Second place, we have Adam Turai. Third place is going to be a Mr. Joe Allenson, followed by my boy Devin Anthony in fourth place. Adita Tarley in fifth place. Preston Parenti in sixth place. We got Austin Gerber pulling up the seventh place position, followed by Senor Carl Banning in eighth. Chris Capps is in ninth, followed by Casey Swansinger in 10th. 11th place is going to go to Michael Cortez, and 12th to Drew Freiberger. Shout out to MPM, Mid-Pack Mafia. Number 13 is going to be Phil Dixon. 14th will be Micah Nakanona Cheney, followed by 15th place, Red de Guzman. 16th place is my boy C.W. Wells. And pulling up the very last spot here, we have a Mr. Nicholas Woods. That was a good flyby. I liked it.
Yeah.
Felt like I was on the grid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a serious first world problem when you don't have the cool kid grid walk cam. About 30 seconds, these drivers just finishing up their setups. Because they don't know where this track is at, you know, can't put any setups together since it's random. They won't know till just beforehand. So you know, maybe doing some setup adjustments. Is there any setup adjustments that you'd make to the car here, Tony, at Imola?
Oh yeah, I'd make the same. I'm a max min type of guy, so I always maximize my settings or minimize my settings. So I'd go with the fully stiff car here, as low to the ground as I possibly could get it. And I'd probably turn the wing. I'd probably be right around a 6, maybe, if it was out of 10.
I'd probably raise the front a little bit as well, just to help maybe with that
curbs?
chicane, yeah. Listen to the sound of all those V12s. Just,
Yeah, that sounds great.
I love it.
Imagine how good that sounded in real life. Ooh, baby.
It's like we do have one driver starting from the pits, Nick Woods. Could be a strategic decision. Could maybe you just forgot to hit drive. I've done that before.
It's a possibility. The best of us have. The best of us have.
Yeah. 2 rhino lights on there. I wonder if that's just a glitch on my end or what's going on with that. Outlet for these drivers as we get ready for an hour race at Imola. Hopefully, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen over the series. We've seen people run out of gas. We've seen people do donuts in pits. We've seen some drivers quit out the last race. Nico, anything can happen here. Anything can happen.
I really like these one-off series just because they're just a lot of fun in general, you know.
This Jeremy and I were talking.
You wouldn't typically do.
Yeah, Jeremy and I were talking last week. This kind of one-off series that we've been doing, I think this is a Andrew Casey idea, if I remember right, has been actually extremely fun to watch and stream to everybody. And I hope it's as much fun to drive. Nico would probably disagree, but it's been a ton of fun. We've seen a few new drivers out for this series. Micah in that 62 car. We hope to see him. We hope to see all of our new drivers in the rookie series. Tarley, I believe, is new. Parenti, shout out to Pork Chop. Pork Chop found us on stream via Ilpo. Shout out Ilpo. And he's on track out here this week, so it's super cool to see that.
Yeah, super cool.
Chappelle, I don't know if Chappelle's been in any of our other series or not, but shout out to Chappelle. And shout out to all of our other drivers. Super cool to see this many drivers on track for like a one-off series. Super excited. The drivers are coming around now in that Noah's Ark formation side by side. Chappelle starting on that left side since turn 1's going to be moving to the left there. Try to get a heli cam so we see any action that may happen. Kind of go down the line as they get into the first turns. We're about to go green for 1 hour race at Imola. So these drivers kind of trying to, you can see it from the heli cam, kind of jockeying for position, getting their speed up proper.
Getting up to something respectable. How much is that? That's got to be a grip.
Green light, go, go, go.
Here we go.
So these drivers make it past pit. 32 Nick Woods, he'll be able to leave as well. Going into turn 1 here. Kind of going backwards. A
Oh,
little
got a
bonk. Hold your brakes. Oh, man, that sinks to race
Joe Allison.
turn one. Joe Allison.
Spun out. Man, you hate to see it. Sorry, Joe.
Get my relative going here. Chappelle able to run away. Some position changes.
Oh, someone wide into the dirt there. My goodness. I was trying to see who dropped position. Someone flew way off track. I couldn't tell what car it was.
We see Mike Cortez losing a couple positions. Guzman losing a couple positions. Chappelle a second and a half out in front of the group at this point. Lots of drivers still within range of each other. Switch over to TV2, get something a little bit more. Oh man, love the sound of all those V12s. Position change for Turai and Tarley. Tarley really looking out on that first turn as he goes through. We see a car get airborne going through the chicane there.
He took the extended route.
Yeah, surely a speed token for Tarley there, going just like cutting through that chicane. Tarley up into second place, starting from that 5th position. Banning up a position. Great first lap. We see Nick Woods on track now. See Wells down a position. As they come through the start-finish line, they're going to be maybe too wide. Guzman and Allenson going through turn 1 here. Got a battle for 6th position. We'll see these guys go through. Guzman backing out of that. Parenti. These guys side by side. Oh, bump there. Big bonk. Allenson going wide there.
Him in the stand too.
Freiberger and Dixon. Man, we've seen a lot of action just in this first lap. We're not even 2 laps in yet. Another position change for Parenti and Caps for 7th position. Dixon down a spot. Freiberger up into 11th. Micah and C. Wells battling for 13th position. Lots of battles happening right now. Sounds like a bunch of angry bees coming up over this straight. Very narrow for Micah. C. Wells probably puckering a little bit going through that chicane. Hopefully he didn't get collected there. Allenson back into 15th position, getting around Guzman.
Side by side.
Trying to qualify. Guzman off track just a little bit.
Right into the dirt. That's a tough place to pass, though, in all fairness.
Allenson definitely going to be trying to... He's got an hour to do it, so definitely can get around some of these drivers. Definitely has the pace for it, but man, that's a lot of room to make up. Not to mention any damage that he may have. Chris Capps up into 7th position. 2 rise side by side with Gerber as they're battling for that 4th place position. Meanwhile, Chappelle putting down the best time so far with the 44.7. Which I think, if I remember right, is maybe only 3/10 down from where they qualified, so running some pretty fast laps to start the race. Turai off track a little bit. Still's got his hazards on. I'm not sure if he knows. Just letting people know, hey, don't hit me.
He said, watch out. Watch your butt.
Micah. Seen a yellow flag from him earlier. Looks like he's back on track. Got some open air. See what you can do with all that. Meanwhile, Turai, Gerber banning. This train of 3 cars coming through the last corner now.
cars sound freaking great.
Yeah, they really do. Oh, Jeremy's gonna yell at me at some point for not talking. I'm literally just listening to the sound of the cars right now. How can you not?
Right?
Oh, side by side action going into turn 1.
Look at those flames too.
Yeah.
Boom.
You love the
Shooting out
night
of both
races. You
sides.
can see all the sparks. You can see all the exhaust backfire.
The brake rotors, you can see the redness of them.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yellow flag from Chris Caps. Off track. Let's see if I can back it up maybe 15 seconds and see what happened. Maybe self-induced turn 1 bonk. Just ate too much curb. Yeah. Drew Freiberger we saw through that too, catching a little bit of hang time from those curbs as well. Looks like Drew was able to survive that though. Those curbs turn 1, those are some curbs that you really want to cut because it really just like makes the attack angle for that so much better, but man, they're punishing. Drew, one of those drivers that we see usually main either the Mustang or the AMG. Both cars probably way more friendly with the curbs than this V12 monstrosity. Can't even imagine how much that engine weighs just in that front bay there. You see a lot of sparks as Drew's coming through the chicane there. Let's head back up to 2 Rise's battle with Gerber and Banning for 4th place position. I know before the race, 2 Rye, Carl, and someone else, they were talking about standings and how they're going to have to try to keep up with Tarley and where they're going to have to finish compared to Tarley in the standings just to keep those podium positions. But Tarley, from up to 2nd place, kind of really lucking out on that turn 1 incident, able to gain a lot of positions there. Go back 1 car to Gerber.
Oh, they're right on each other's bumpers. Trying to make a move here. Gerber keeps reaching to the outside and the inside, going back and forth. Trying to find that most optimal line to allow him to catch back up at this point. Is he about to get...
Wide. Back on track. Maybe a speed token there?
Oh, that looked like a speed token, yeah.
These drivers, for anybody who's watching that may not be super familiar, speed token, a friendly way of saying our track limits. These drivers get 3 track limit warnings before they get a penalty, which I believe is just a drive-through.
They get it on the 4th one, yeah, drive-through.
Yeah, 4th one drive-through.
Drive-through is is race ending.
Yeah, just a drive-through. Is kind of is a little underwhelming way of putting that there. Chris Caps putting some pressure on Micah. Tony, it just occurred to me, one thing I was laughing at myself for this season, I was thinking about it, is like when we were doing the grid walk. Oh, little wide! Oh, Chris Caps, major bonk to the back of Micah there. Let's rewatch that if we can go 15 seconds back. This chicane has killed me so many times. Just carrying too much speed there, trying to get
right at the corner.
Trying to get back on the track there, just left Chris Caps nowhere to go. If Micah would have taken that a little, not tried to get on track as aggressively and just gotten back on, that would have been better. But man, unfortunate for Micah there. Looks like he's pulled off, maybe gonna RTG. Fix some damage there. And then we see Wells off track. Allenson able to get around Wells.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of odd tracks today. You got to keep in mind, tire wear is going to be taking effect into this. I mean, we're only 10 minutes down into the race.
Yeah.
But if you got to think, if these drivers are out there pushing it on their outlaps, trying to run the tires to the, as hard as they can to try to get those positions, they're not going to have much left by the end of this race, especially maybe not even now, it looks like.
We saw some drivers out for practice, and like we see in our chat there, Nor and stuff, that chicane, I don't know how many times has assassinated me in the Lambo. I've definitely gotten all 4 tires. Carl Banning off track. I've definitely gotten all 4
Give him that
tires
spot back.
off of that chicane.
Oh, I think we all have. It's a chicane. You try to like, you got to cut it just right.
There's some chicanes you come, man, I'm trying to think of, you know, you can cut some, there's some tracks that are real friendly for it. And then you go to Zolder, or you come to here, and you try to cut the chicane. And yeah, let me know how that works out for you.
Yeah.
Prenti, aka Pork Chop, putting some pressure on Casey Swansinger.
Yeah, he is. I love seeing new people in any of our series. It's always a great feeling just to see the community expand.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just bring new people into it and get their take on racing as well.
Oh, of course. It's super cool from my perspective. Pork Chop is somebody that we just saw in chat, in Twitch chat.
Yep.
And he's here, he's racing this week, and hope to see him in the rookie series. And it's just, it's super cool to like see somebody like onboarded in the community. Now you see him on track. Shout out Pork Chop. Dixon putting some pressure on Freiberger here. About half a second behind him.
Looking to get that run.
Pork Chop, really cool driver race with him in other events. Yeah, he seemed like good people. We had him and one of our new. He's not on track tonight, but Gamora. Zamora? Yeah, no, Gamora. He's a controller king, and I was trying to get him to come out tonight too, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to on the controller, which I don't blame him. But it's cool that like new people come into the community and they're like actually cool people, and we can get together and nerd out about cars and going fast in circles while our wives make fun of us.
That they do.
When you were talking about your
enduro,
Tony, I was just thinking when I did my first enduro with my buddy, he came over and we set up his setup in my basement off track for Parenti, for Pork Chop. Yellow flag for Freiberger. Let's go back a little bit. It looks like he and Dixon off track.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Just collected Dixon there.
A little loose into the wall.
Allowing Allenson, I think Cortez to get around him there. It's unfortunate. But for my first enduro, my buddy had his setup set here in the basement, 5 feet away from me, and his girlfriend came over, and I told the wife, I was like, yeah, so we're gonna be here playing this game for like 4 hours. And she was like, what? Why would you want to do that? And I was like, because it's fun, because we're gonna drive in circles. It's Misano.
My first 24-hour. So the 24-hour I did, the last 24-hour I did was the only 24-hour I've ever completed. I've always tried on ACC. The last one was on iRacing, but trying on ACC, I've always ran into like a server issue or like a server crashing or a glitch where the driver slot glitch. But anyways, the first time I was signed up for a 24-hour and I told my wife, you should have saw the look that she gave me. She's like, what? Why the hell would you want to do that? What do you mean? It's exciting stuff.
Like, you don't understand, after 4 hours, after 24 hours time, we could be driving right behind somebody.
Yeah, we could be right behind, we could be in front of them maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a good time. Guzman, 0.6 off of Wells? Oh, yellow flag for Drew Freiberger backwards. Oh man, that's Let's back that up, see if we can see. Turn 1 shenanigans. Drew, you can't hit those. Oh man, he's getting loose with all those. Dixon able to make it through that time without being collected. Those sausages claiming another victim. Turn 1. Casey Swansinger getting some pressure from Pork Chop. They're coming into the chicane. Yeah, sim racing has been one of those things where I've always wanted to build a rig, and then I built a little 2x4 rig. And when you first get into like a new hobby, you never know like how toxic it's gonna be, you know? Like I feel like you can get into like some hobbies and people are just like really intense about it. And it's kind of more like a shy fella, you know. I just wasn't sure like how it was going to be received, and the sim racing community, at least the people that I've dealt with, have been absolutely awesome.
Yeah, so I've realized as long as you're not in a public open lobby, then typically the sim community is a good place to be. Going back to LMU, just doing some LMU races recently and watching the chat in there, I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel like I used to race that angry too, and
It's
I'm like, what am I doing?
I think someone, maybe it was Nico, said it was a COD lobby.
Very much
that he
so.
was in. Yeah, Chappelle up in first place, trying to keep Tarley from that first position. As we see Chappelle get off track after that chicane. If that's not a commentator's curse, I don't know what is. As soon as you switch to a driver, something exciting happens. We'll switch off of Chappelle there, and we'll switch to Tarley. Tarley, you've been getting too many first place positions. Let's give you some screen time. No pressure, man.
No pressure, no pressure.
As they're 10 seconds ahead of third place position, Devin Anthony. Yeah, the tires are definitely starting to drop into grip. We're about 20 minutes into this race, plus qualifying, plus whatever practice they put down. So usually kind of around this...
Practice doesn't count in towards it.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. I thought maybe
Oh, God,
it did.
no. That would be terrible.
Well, so they restart the server, and then there's like a 10-minute practice.
So yeah, I don't think the practice counts.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, you know, about like halfway into here, we've seen so many cars off track already. Those cars that we've seen off track hitting those curbs, hitting the chicane, sliding, we're really going to see those tires wear down at a much greater rate than some of these other... Little back marker coming into the mix. Chappelle trying to get around Micah here. Micah, I feel like, is playing this played that pretty decently. He doesn't want... When you're blue flagged, kind of going to the inside there, trying to let these guys through. You know, if you think, you know, you don't have to just like immediately get out of the way. And, you know, if I were him, I'd probably get over a little bit on the straight, give it a little lift, let these guys get around you. But just because you're blue flag doesn't mean that you have to like dive out of the way, you know, bomb yourself. Like here, a little lift, give it 80% throttle, let Tarley get around you.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do.
I feel like it's the best thing to do in any situation when it's a blue flag. Just don't hand them the position. Like, don't hit the brakes, you know, and pull off to the side and stop, or even slow down too much. Just if they're close to you going into a corner, just lift before you like halfway to that corner, or a little bit before that.
Yeah.
So that way to get enough speed to get by.
Yeah, I usually kind of wait. Like if we're in a corner like that, I usually won't let them by. I'll wait for the like hit a straight, and then I'll lift a little bit.
Yeah, that would make sense. I would expect that as another driver.
You're definitely entitled to that position, but good job for Micah there, kind of facilitating the pass there for those top two drivers. Glad to see Micah's still on track. I know, give him a little bit more screen time. It's so frustrating to... Maybe he got collected in that turn one kind of snafu that happened. we've seen him off track, but having the mental fortitude to be able to stay on track and finish out a race, I definitely think is something to be said. You hate to see like a driver, he has like a little incident, and now he's back a few positions, and now he's like, screw it, I'm out. You know, so it's good to see Micah still on track, man. I hope you have a great rest of your race. Move up over to Gerber. This train of 3 guys still kind of going at it. That's what she said. As they come up into the chicane. I couldn't let that one go. I couldn't do it.
No, that was a good one. That's what she said.
These guys all within kind of a from to right still have hazards on there. These 4 guys and then Pork Chop still battling Casey Swansinger.
The battle of the boldest.
I know Jeremy hates it when we do on this, but we're gonna go on board.
I love the onboards.
On board with Pork Chop here as he's battling Casey and Swansinger. Coming down this straight here, a light lift, light brake tap as you carry as much speed here for the right-hand corner as possible. You're really trying to... Oh, Casey Swansinger off track just a little bit. Into the gravel. It's like he backed out of that to really just kind of not collect the car and not get any sort of crazy on that. Prenti coming up onto the straight. As you get a little heavy into the brakes, down a gear as you try to hit as much speed as you can coming up for this right-hand corner. It's kind of a big right-hander. A long run up to the chicane. And then the chicane is all about making, you know, balancing how much curb can you take while trying to maintain the speed and a strong exit. Run it out wide. Come on to this long straight with a big braking zone coming down onto this left-hand corner. And one more left-hander to finish the lap. Prenti is able to get around Swansinger there. Yellow flag for Chris Capps. Back that up just a second. Drew Freiberger putting some pressure on Chris Capps. We saw it's that big right-hander going up to the chicane. Looks like he just got a little off track. Got a little unsettled coming up over those sausage curbs. Awesome job to collect that. Though. Yeah, awesome job to collect that and get back on the track. Drew Freiberger taking that free spot for Mid-Pack Mafia. This battle
just
for...
so you know, I think my mom is on the way over, so I might have to step away for a moment.
Oh, no worries. Here. Shout out to Tony's mom.
Bigger shout out to Tony, though, because he's awesome.
These 4 cars battling for basically 3rd place now. Devin Anthony leading the train here.
Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. They're a little bit nuts.
Yeah, they're excited for mom.
They're excited for all kinds of things.
When the wife gets home, it's automatic. Yellow flag for Pork Chop.
Oh no, Porky Chop.
Pork Chop. Let's see if I get it. The chicane. A little airborne.
The wall?
Yeah.
Top the wall.
Top the wall. Able to rejoin safely behind Casey Swansinger. Good news, bad news for Casey. Getting that position back. Oh, looks like he's Parenti's going back into pits, trying to repair some of that damage. Gonna lose some positions with that, but with 34 minutes left on this race, you know, to get that damage cleared, to get those faster lap times may definitely be worth it. Prenti losing some positions in the pit. Did I see Micah just disappear off the map?
Yep. Micah is gone.
Oh man. We saw him. I feel like he was passing pit lane and just disappeared off my frame. I wonder if that's just a DC. These guys coming into the chicane, Devin Anthony. Oh! Turai cutting the chicane, getting around Gerber. Kind of want to back that up into a helicam just to see what happened there.
That's one way to do it.
That's one way to get an overtake. It didn't look like he got bumped. Oh, I went 30 seconds. It was way too far.
Okay, I was going to say, man.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wow, that's... I expected to see just a little bit of contact here, but he doesn't even try to make the chicane there. I know this isn't a stewarded race, but I'm not a steward myself, but what do you think of that, Tony?
I mean, I like to live life on the edge, so I would allow it. But that's just me. I'm a little bit, I think a little bit differently than most.
Yeah. Fortunately for us broadcasters, it doesn't matter. We can say whatever we want.
We do whatever we want.
Yeah. Gerber definitely going to be trying to get that position back. About 4/10 off of Turai. Freiberger getting around Red de Guzman back in 12th position. Gerber going a little wide. Freiberger and Guzman still battling as they're going into turn 1, coming across the finish line right now. Side by side, I show a 0 split between these two drivers. Guzman going to have the advantage going into turn 1 here. Stay off those curbs, Drew. Ah, good job. Getting the pass done on Guzman. Gerber and Banning coming up into these final left two-handers. Pretty tense. Oh, little oversteer. Caught by Turai, but that's going to let Gerber get the run going into turn 1, and you know he wants his position back. If I was Gerber, I would stay wide, squeeze Turai off that line. Don't let him come back inside. Turai able to get the run on it. Staying defensive. Gerber's probably going to try to cut on the inside. Gets the run. Going to try to cut inside down the straight, getting around Turai. Set himself up for the advantage for this next corner. A little bonk there, trying to squeeze. Gets the pass done on Turai. What a series of corners there for these two.
Yeah.
Some great racing right there for the P3 podium position.
They're fighting for it. They're not giving up yet.
Yeah, these guys are going to be going at it for the next half hour for sure. Yellow flag for Tarley in second position as he's trying to go. These guys are catching up to him real quick. 3 seconds, 2 seconds as he's going up the chicane, but these guys have the run. All of a sudden, Tarley under fire in that second position. As these three drivers have caught up to him. Chris Capps getting a pass done on, Guzman getting the pass made on Chris Capps. See if we back that up and see that. Looks like a turn 1 pass from Guzman here. Guzman, a driver that we saw in our Rookie Series Season 8. A little bonk from there. But it's good to see Guzman back. Hopefully see him for Season 9. We've had a longer off-season in between seasons, Season 8 and Season 9 this time around, just because it's the summer and people have got stuff going on. And Oh, Guzman or Tarley getting a
Oh,
bonk from Gerber there.
that is big.
Oh, you know Tarley's frustrated with that. Just as we came back, Tarley gonna fall in right behind Banning. Unfortunate to see. Man, every time I think I'm like, man, maybe we should run an ad so the end of the race doesn't get interrupted. We can do our post-race
It's exciting
interviews.
stuff, right?
Stuff keeps
Yeah.
happening with these guys. Banning, man. These guys side by side coming in the chicane here. Not quite side by side, being a little dramatic. Trying to get that good exit, get that good run. I ended up having a coaching session today with Luke Addison. He'll never see this, but if he does, shout out Luke. And he brought up a lot of... I have a really bad habit of overslowing for a corner and then kind of babying the throttle to kind of make up like pre-apex. I'm babying the throttle to try to kind of make up for overslowing there. And so I need to work on really carrying that speed and momentum and braking into the apex so I can transition from, you know, my slowing point to getting on the throttle early. And you see some of those drivers here banning off track. Turai able to get around. Tarley coming in, trying to take advantage of that, getting around, not quite. Man, you saw Tarley see that window of opportunity and moved in, though. So when you see maybe a commentator like, man, he's really trying to get a good run out of this, that's where you really try to take advantage of hitting that, you know, hitting the apex. Turai off track again. Thought about joining back, decides to go around wide, gets a little air, falls in behind Tarley. Tarley, one position gained. Banning Tarley and Turai. Man, what a race between... We've had... And that's the cool thing about this series. We have seen so many good battles this series.
Yeah, we have.
Holy smokes. We even have a battle... switch off these drivers real quick. Guzman and Chris Caps battling for this 12th position. Banning, actually, now that I'm looking at my my race control, Banning has the fastest lap time with a 44.2. But now that we're, you know, we've got 26 minutes left on the race. They're quite not running those times now. We'll see how fast how fast those times start to fall off. Go back to Turai Banning here. There's Tarley off track.
My mother's here. I'll be back.
Okay.
Give me like 10-15 minutes. I'll be back towards the end.
No worries.
All right.
We see Tarley trying to do a move. Excellent camera work there. Trying to get it around the outside of Turai there. Just running wide off track a little bit. Going back to Banning now in second position. Gerber 2/10 behind him. As they come into the chicane here. Tarley just a second behind Turai, just a little bit out of slipstream. These guys come in the last corner here. Man, I really want to run an ad just so we don't get interrupted for the post-race interviews. But every time I go to think about running it, something crazy's happening, and I hate to do that to you guys. We're gonna have a forced ad in 15 minutes near the end of the race. Yellow flag for Pork Chop, able to get back on the track. You hear that TC kicking in with that V12. Okay, guys. I'm gonna run an ad. These drivers have kind of fallen off. We're all about, we've got Guzman that's half a second behind Freiberger. They're kind of going, so we're gonna do an ad real quick. That way we don't get interrupted with the post-race interviews. Feel free to grab a water. Gerber off track. I'm gonna grab a water real quick. We're gonna run this ad. We'll be right back. If you guys are still here, as always, thank you so much for your support, our Patreons, our Twitch subscribers, all the people in the Discord, all the people on track, our event coordinators. No flag for Prenti. Not been much. Guzman, Chris Caps. Shout out to all of our drivers, our event guys, all of our Discord guys, the guys that work the back end that you don't ever see. Our stewards, Guzman off track. This particular series is not stewarded, but shout out to your stewards in general, guys. The amount of time and like breakdown and level of detail that these guys go into just to make sure everything remains fair. Shout out to them. They're doing the Lord's work. Shout out to Tony and Tony's mom for being able to join me in the booth here. It's awkward. I feel like I'm doing better, but it's still awkward just like talking by myself. So I really appreciate Tony joining me for a little bit just to break up the monotony. I appreciate you guys in Twitch chat who probably can't really hear me right now because they're watching the ad. But hey, shout out to you guys. I'll come back to that. Just make sure I get you guys. Just appreciate everyone. What a cool sport to be able to get into with your buds. And just go around in circles on tracks that are like actually out there in real life. Super awesome. I'm gonna grab a water real quick for the last 10 seconds of this, and I'll be right back. If you're just coming back from the ad, thank you for still sticking around. Shout out to everybody in the Twitch chat. If now the ad's over, everybody can hear me. If you're watching and are not subscribed and you had to sit through that ad, I do apologize. But we just want to make sure that you guys can get the post-race interviews without being interrupted. Really appreciate everybody watching. I started streaming for Noobs just like a few weeks ago. And so we're still trying to figure this out, still trying to, figure out how to talk without sounding like a total idiot. And I just really appreciate everybody hanging out and typing in the chat, and shout out for the drivers and whatnot. If you guys have a driver that you want to go on board with, let me know. Lord knows I love an onboard camera just to listen to the V12s. We're in the last 20 minutes for this race. We're really going to start to see tire degradation play a role, especially on some of these long hairpins that these guys are doing. We got Carl Banning in second place right now. Wells with the yellow flag backwards. Wells, you can't park there. Trying to figure out, man, he's in a bad spot. Wells right now trying to figure out. Oh, Wells. Not quite the time to back out. Get off your brakes. Oh, way to get around that. Chris Caps able to get around that. Wells, you're going the wrong way. Wells just returning to garage, trying to figure out how to rejoin safely. That's so hard if you don't have your map pulled up, and you don't have your engineer, you don't have somebody like me just yelling at you, don't do that. It's really hard to see some of those drivers just getting collected. You're in the wrong, looking the wrong way, in the chicane. It's not a good place to be. And it feels so bad just because, oh, Gerber, as I'm yabbering, gets a great pass on Banning. Going to the inside of that, Banning going to the outside of Now, coming across the finish line. Banning, a great run. Gets back in front of Gerber. Gerber's going to go on the inside. What a move. What a switchback. Oh, Banning getting a little curb. Gerber getting some curb there too. Some bonks. Able to run away with that. Banning losing a spot to Turai, who was there to gobble that opportunity up. Parley still behind all these drivers, looking to get around them. Turai trying to go on the outside. Did we just get back? Was that an... Oh, man. Just a well-timed ad placement, or what's going on here? Drew Freiberger yellow flag coming out of the chicane. I don't think we have to watch that one back to know what happened there. Curbs assassinating everybody. That curb is rated E for everyone tonight. It's this battle for third place position for the podium. Turai got those hazards on, says, look out. Clean chicane for all drivers. Chris Caps. Drew Freiberger going into turn one. Side by side. Drew backing out a little bit. Drew, all too familiar with those curbs, says, you can have that one. I'm not going to try to go over those this time. Chris Caps able to get the pass done on Drew Freiberger. Tons of great battles on track tonight. What a finale race between these guys. Position change for Turai. It's these four. We may have to back that up. Let's watch, make sure that these guys get through. All right, let's back that up. Let's see if we can get the pass on Turai here. Turai just able to get a run on Gerber, it looks like. Get that slipstream. Gerber going wide. Kind of forcing Turai to make that move. Able to get that slipstream speed around Gerber. As we see, oh, my race control and the replay. These guys side by side now again. And a yellow flag for Chris Caps. Back that up. Is Drew Freiberger involved? Nope, but the curb sure was. That chicane claiming another victim. Chris Caps able to get out of the way. Try to join back on the track. Yellow flag for Dixon as well. Harley getting around Banning. What a great race. I can't call this stuff out fast enough. There's only so much stuff happened. There's only 13 drivers on track right now. Chris Caps. Side by side. Who's that? Someone. Parenti. Pork chop. Big contact. Pork chop. Gonna need an RTG, I would assume. Looks like Chris Caps backed out of that speed, let Guzman through. Thought that was probably Parenti. Gonna give that position back up. You see Parenti in the background there. Unfortunate contact there going into turn one for Parenti. Maybe try to get around the track. Harley up in fourth place in front of Carl Banning. Looks like for their Nor turn one bonk. Hopefully I got that on stream. Sent Parenti into the wall hard. Harley in fourth, kind of trying to hold off Banning here. Banning 3/10 behind. Big run up the side. Looks like he got a little loose. Not quite going to have the run on Tarley there. Tarley being really defensive. He says, sure, you can have that inside line to the chicane. Tarley able to hold that position. Great defensive driving. Other battles have kind of fallen off, but we have Banning putting lots of pressure on Tarley here. Banning on a fast lap and still has the fastest lap of the race. Let's go on board with Carl. I love a good interior view. I love the wing camera as well. The wing camera on these V12s does not work out. It's all wang. You see how much corner they're trying to cut there without being assassinated by those sausage curbs. Flat out here, gets the run. Gets the run on Tarley. Wow, what a move. Tarley trying to go in on the inside. Little bonk! See if these drivers recover. Kind of who recovers first. Looks like they're both kind of holding their brakes. Tarley probably... Alright. Tarley runs away with it. Banning trying to get back on the track. Unfortunate bonk there. Great racing from those guys. You saw that bonk coming. Tarley kind of sending it to the inside there, just running out of room, bonking Carl Banning. Carl Banning is our event coordinator for this for tonight. Hopefully, Carl's definitely got the pace. He's an incredibly fast driver, incredibly consistent. Let's see if he can do anything with the last 12 minutes of the race here. Allenson was able to get a pass on Parenti. I think we see Parenti's still trying to make it back to the pits from that bonk from turn 1. That was probably last lap. I feel like there's so much happening now. It's hard to keep up with everything. Great livery from Joe Allenson. Joe Allenson and Nick Woods. Nick Woods not in server right now, but both have great liveries for their Astons. I was hoping when this series came, you know, it's like, oh man, I hope we don't see the same V12 Aston everywhere. And some people coming up with some pretty cool liveries for the cars. Really cool to see. Let's go up to Tarley, who's kind of trying to run away from Joe Allenson right now. Welcome back, Tony. Man, I was able to run an ad, but it has been... The ad was perfectly timed, if I do say so myself. It has been non-stop action ever since.
Well, that's because you're a beast. Of course it was done at the perfect time.
Carl Banning able to get around Parenti there. We saw most recently Tarley and Banning battling for that 4th place position. Tarley went inside on that last kind of hairpin we saw. Bonk with a double spin. Both Banning and Tarley spun around. And Tarley just kind of able to recover quicker. Banning kind of went onto the grass to try to get out of the way. So we see Tarley up in 4th place now, kind of running away from that 5th place position.
All right.
Guzman got Caps 9/10 behind him. I'm going to stop talking for a second, get a drink of water. I've had an extremely sore throat lately, so hopefully it's not coming through the mic, but there's been so much action, it's just been crazy. I'm going to mute my mic for just a second.
All right. Well, I am technically downstairs right now, so I'm not seeing any of the action going on. But I can pretty much assure there's some action going on. As you see right now, both of these drivers are very close to each other, going around this track here. That was too much lime juice. Lemon juice, I'm sorry, too much lemon juice.
Two-Rye catching up to Chris Caps, who's a lap down from Two-Rye. Two-Rye giving him a flash, but again, like we were talking earlier, blue flag doesn't mean that you need to yield immediately. Chris Caps also battling Guzman right in front of him for position. So going to be kind of a delicate procedure getting around here. Two-Rai getting real close on Caps, and I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Two-Rai can be pretty aggressive, so he's one of those drivers that if he's flashing your lights around you, I would just get over and let him go, or you risk the
Me, on the other hand, I wouldn't, just because I would like to make his life a little bit more difficult. So if there's anything I can do to assure that happens, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, we see two right now trying to get around Red to Guzman. Chris Caps has Gerber behind him. Gerber fighting Two-Rai for position. Caps battling Guzman for position. Oh, God! Guzman going in for the pit. Almost assassinating Chris Caps there. Way to avoid that. And this race has been... Jeremy's out of town for this, enjoying family or something.
Yeah,
but
he's doing silly family stuff.
What a race to miss out on. This one, I'm gonna watch this one back when we upload our VODs to YouTube, and this will definitely be one I watch back because there has been an incredible amount of crazy, like clean, great racing tonight. That's
one way to look at it. Answer us, new window.
Allenson 4/10 back from Tarley. Allenson catching up to Tarley. Wow, good job, Joe.
Joe Allison doing a great job considering he's in 5th place. He got spun around on that first lap all the way to the last place.
Yeah, did he qualify 5th? No, he qualified up there. Where did Joe qualify? Joe able to come back. That's a great point. Come back from, he was down to 15th place. Up now into P5. Joe, one of those drivers, we talked earlier where it's cool is like, since you've like been in the community, it's, you see some guys getting faster, and it's cool to see like the entire community kind of like get faster together. Joe Allenson, one of those guys, not super active in the Discord, but Joe, I see you. And you're getting faster, man, for sure. Really cool to see, Joe. I think Joe, Carl Banning, even Casey, and me, and I'm sure I'm missing out on some drivers, going to have some great battles Season 9 for the Rookie Series. I think we're all in the Pro-Am split.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice.
And Guido Martinez, I haven't seen him in a minute either, but if you happen to watch this, Guido, I'm looking forward to battling with you next season as well. Yeah, Allenson does have a great livery. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. With the anime horse girls. Yeah, I can't even pronounce that game, but... Usumami Derby something rather. Tarley under fire from Allenson. Tarley getting a little wide there. Joe Allenson, lots of pressure. Kind of going to the inside. Gonna try to get a good run going up the chicane. Hard to make a move here unless the driver in front of you really like gets a snap oversteer or something. The chicane is not a place to try to make a move.
That's not where I would try to make my move.
Yeah.
Not saying that I wouldn't try to make a move there. I'm just saying that's maybe not the first place I'd make my move.
Definitely worth the effort to try to mind punt somebody through the chicane, perhaps, but... Oh,
I like a good mind punting.
Oh.
Hi, Jeff.
Favorite move. Two-Rai about second. He's catching up to Drew Freiberger. Has Gerber behind him as well.
Carl Banning's still with the fastest lap, though.
Yeah. Carl's a fast fella, man. I know this
fella.
This season, Carl, I think he's really looking to work on his consistency. Drew Freiberger off track. Those cars able to get around him.
Who's not having a great race tonight?
Who's that? What?
I said Drew is not having a great race tonight.
Ah, yeah. These V12s, such a beast to handle, and we only drive them once a week. If Joe Allenson agrees to make Nico a I can't pronounce that game. The Horse Girl Derby livery. Nico's gonna run
I
it
don't
for
even
the
know what
rookie
you're
series.
talking about.
It's Usumami or
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
okay.
Whatever
It's
a horse girl game is.
It's a like derby, like a horse derby, but instead of horses, it's these anime girls. And there's a trading card aspect to it, and you can level them up and upgrade their cards and everything. Umam. Yeah, I can't pronounce that, but
Why is that not working? Isn't Shift Tab supposed to bring up your friends list for Steam?
yeah, I thought it was either Shift Tab or Shift Tilde, but I thought Shift Tab. I thought. Yellow flag for Mike Cortez, able to get back on the track. And Nico, I can't say it. Nico messes with it. I'll say Nico dabbles. Tarley able to get around Chris Caps. Yeah, if I could go back, we're actually going to back this up. This is textbook. This is textbook for blue flag. You're blue flagged. Chris Caps just gave it a little lift. That's all he did on the straight. He sees him, little lift, facilitates the pass. Great job, Chris Caps. Shout out to you, man.
Good job.
Same thing, little lift there, letting Joe Allenson get in front of him on the straight there. Actually, even signaling which way that he wants him to pass him. Way to facilitate that. It's Joe Allenson trying to catch up to Tarley, about a second and a half behind him now. 2 minutes left in this race. We're really going to start to see... I mean, if we haven't seen the tire degradation already, I mean, we're going to see it soon. And drivers either kind of going to be okay with their pace and their position, or they're really going to start to push. Maybe we'll see something happen. There's probably going to be... Where's our leader at? Chappelle. Haven't really gone on board with him a whole lot. 20 seconds in front of P2. Adam Turai. Just had clean open air. Just doing his thing.
Yeah, his race has been pretty smooth.
So he'll come across the line. So we'll have this lap and one more lap.
Doesn't make me proud. Nico, what's the game called? Type it out in chat. I want to search this.
You gotta scroll up a little bit. He typed it out.
Oh, he did?
Umamusame? I'm gonna butcher that, but... Oh, yellow flag, Chris Caps. Just talking about him earlier. Right. Tarley. Joe Allenson right behind him, 3/10.
I'm Googling this game right now because I'm curious.
We're gonna see this battle play out between Allenson and Tarley for P4.
What the heck? You guys are weird.
Allenson putting some big pressure. Big pressure on Tarley as they're coming into the chicane now. Chappelle across the line for the final lap. Tarley able to get a really good exit out of that chicane. Joe Allenson in trail, full second behind. One lap left for Chappelle, 20 seconds ahead of P2. Just chilling. Great race from Chappelle. We'll take a look at the standings after this and try to kind of at least give you a little preliminary look into points for these drivers. I'm also going to try to snag the highlights for this. So we can take a look at those post-race. There's going to be a ton. Allenson still trying to put pressure on Tarley, 8/10 behind. He's got a few places to do it that we've kind of seen him gain time on Tarley. See if he can make it happen here. He's got to get it. Oh, Allenson getting
Oh no!
Allenson getting loose on the hairpin there. Actually even losing a position to Carl Banning. Oh, you hate to see it on the last lap. I'll never forget Guzman, some position changes happening here. We have somebody in pit. Banning off track. Oh my god. Allenson coming up behind him, flashing his brights, trying to get in that mine. Capel across the finish line in P1. Congratulations. Have these drivers going in.
Congratulations.
Last couple corners, big pressure. We have 2 Riot coming across the line right now in P2.
A couple more corners left here for Banning.
Followed by Gerber. Banning off track a little bit. Allenson going to go on to the inside, going to try to get the run down to the finish line.
Drag race.
Drag race going to be close.
No,
looks like Banning's got it. Banning's on the inside. Banning able to squeak that one out by 5/100ths of a second. What a race. What a finale race. Holy smokes.
Fantastic.
Everybody, shout out to all of our drivers. What a great finale race. Holy smokes. Pork Chop running out of gas there. Oh, had to nurse it home. Casey. Bill Dixon coming across in 7th and 8th place respectively. Mike Cortez coming across the line in 9th. And Guzman. Hope to see you out for the Rookie Series, Guzman.
Yeah, I hope to see you out there, bud.
Great race. We'll pop over to standings real fast as we look to see kind of where these drivers ended up. Let me pull up my cheat sheet here. So see, we saw Tarley up in that first position there, finished down in 5th place for the race. So we'll see how many points that costs him, but we have 2 Riot, Allenson, and Chappelle finishing in the top 3. We have Allenson 71 points. 2 Riot was tied for 2nd with 77, so we may see 2 Riot squeak out a win here. I'm not sure how many points that's going to give him above Tarley, but man, what a great race what a finale race. I keep saying it. We're going to try to pull some drivers in here for our post-race interview. Tony, if I could hand the interviews off to you, I'm going to try to do something behind the scenes real quick.
You can hand them off to me, but I'm not going to give a great interview. I'm kind of half paying attention.
Okay.
Heck.
Well, I'll drag some of these guys down. And just a second. This. Bring blah blah blah. Bring the drivers in here as they hop out of their cars. We'll start grabbing these guys. Got Gerber and 2 Riot. 2 Riot, thank you for the replay files.
No problem.
How was that race? It was, from the boost perspective, you guys put on one heck of a final race. How was it out on track there? How was that turn 1 incident?
Well, I can't comment on it. I was ahead of it, but Austin.
Yeah, that was it was close. I think I snuck by on the left-hand side, and I think whoever was on my right-hand side caught up with whatever car got mixed up there. But I squeaked out of it just by the skin of my teeth. So it was rough.
We were trying to. I went to helicopter cam there, and it was a bloodbath. But able to make a good recovery from Joe Allenson there. You guys, for a while there, had some great battling for basically P3 all the way down to P5. How was that for you guys?
Well,
I can say I'm in a sweat. I felt under pressure that entire race, and I struggled because I think they were running a lower wing from what it sounds like. So they got me on the straights. I had them in the turns. And I felt under pressure that entire race, and I feel like towards the end I just kind of gave up on trying to catch Adam. Just decided to relax. I was exhausted.
There was a lot of that chicane eating up a lot of people tonight, and the turn 1 curbs as well. Did you guys feel the effects of any of those?
Yeah, well, for me, especially at the start of the race, I'm used to cars which can eat them. So, especially at Imola, which is the track my favorite track. I'm very proficient at it. So kind of toning it down on the hitting the curbs, it really messed me up at the start there. It's why I lost such a lead and kind of set the tone for the rest of the race. I just ate the curbs, and I was trying to take other corners, like Aqua Minerale, for example. That first right-hander, I kept taking it in the wrong way, and I'm taking it like in the McLaren GT3, which I usually run. So kind of toning it back, and then that's when I started getting in a groove. Also, yeah, your Discord's blocked. You have your Discord open on the stream. Or maybe not,
Hi, guys.
actually. Oh, this is not the
Oh,
actual stream.
yeah, that's just,
Sorry.
yeah, that's not showing up
Yeah,
on
yeah.
My
bad.
Yeah, your guy was like, oh, snap. Yeah, cool. Well, excellent, man. I can't say enough. For this series, how was this off-season series for you guys with the V12s?
That was a blast.
It was a good time. The thing's a boat. I don't want to drive it ever again.
We see Gerber, one of those drivers. Gerber, are you in the Pro-Am split?
I'm sitting in the pro split for the rookie series.
That's right. Yeah, it's your name's one of we were talking about some of our Pro-Am drivers. Super excited that season 9 is coming up, and looking forward to get back into our rookie series with you guys. Hopefully soon I can join you guys up there in the pro split. But you guys are definitely some drivers that super exciting to see on track. Some awesome racing from you guys. A great battle up front tonight. Do you guys have anything else for the stream or anything you want to add?
I just want to say my car felt like a Mazda MX-5 that entire race. Like, you know, it's like dancing through the corners. I mean, it's probably, it's obviously the way I've set it up, but it was lots of fun. And the MX-5 is a fun car to race, so having it with all this power just made it extra cool.
That was an awesome race, a great off-season race. Excited for the season 9. Gonna join you in the Lambo, Shane. So we're gonna
awesome.
kill it in the Lambo.
Hell yeah!
I'll be in the back of the pros, but we'll kill it in the Lambo.
Awesome. Adam, we've got the provisional standings here posted. Congratulations on your provisional P2 for the series. I also, which point reminded me, the track cut on the chicane. How was that?
Oh, I did that multiple times. If you went deep in there, you lose enough time where you don't get a penalty. I only got one warning that entire race.
All right.
But the car I just had to get used to it on the brakes. Like it just would lock up all the time through there, and then I'd just I'd have to skip the chicane.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys for being on track. Thank you guys for coming to this series and making it just a blast to stream. Excellent racing between you guys. Looking forward to our Enduro series on Saturday. Our rookie series coming up August 12th starting. And can't wait till next time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah. For everybody watching stream, Tony in the booth joining me, thank you. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Tony's mom. Shout out to all you guys watching. Shout out to all our event, all everybody in Discord, everybody that helps put this on. It was a great time. Hope you guys had a blast watching. Pork Chop, shout out to Ilpo. Thanks for coming, and look forward to seeing you guys for the next event. Cool. Y'all have a great night. Have a good one.